Hi, this is Pete Geary, the Boca Voice and Fact or Fiction Friday. Today, I'm fortunate enough to be here with Boca Bike Tours and Jonathan Forgione and Patrick Halliday, who has graciously agreed to be here. And I got to tell you guys, what a great concept of being able to provide transportation in downtown. What brought you guys together?
You know, I seen Patrick one day was exploring the pedicab market as far as for Delray Beach. So we started talking as far as the pedicabs in Delray. And we came into a few little halts with Delray, so we decided to check out Boca after Patrick has a awesome relationship with Mayor Susan Haney and other city officials here. So we more or less contacted the city, got the proper permits, and brought eco-friendly transportation here to Boca Raton.
That's great. So what got you involved with the city and Susan Haney?
Well, I met her at a transportation summit a couple of years back, and I'm the founder and president of the Delray Beach Bicycle Club, which is a very prominent growing bike club. And so I'm very much into sustainable transportation, as in bicycles. So I got the idea of using pedicabs as a great way to get around downtown. And when I gave Susan a ride downtown at one of the fairs, that she really thought it was a great idea and asked me if I'd consider bringing it to Boca. And so we talked, and that's one thing led to another, and now we're here and having a good time.
So tell me a little bit about how the citizens pay for it as they're going around, and walk me through that process.
It's strictly off of generous gratuity. So
there's no charge?
No charge, no money from the city. We're strictly self-funded. You know, we do sell advertising on the bikes for businesses, restaurants, nightclubs, any sort of business that would like to advertise and get their name out there more, you know, see hundreds, maybe even thousands of impressions in a week. You know, I mean, you got Federal Highway, Dixie Highway, Palmetto Parkway, El Camino Real, Meisner Boulevard, Meisner Park, Royal Palm Plaza. All those places have, you know, 10, 20,000 cars through there a day.
Sure.
Impressions. So, you know, those impressions are being passed around to the businesses, and, you know, it could actually help a business substantially, you know, get that word of mouth. You know, guerrilla marketing is definitely, to me, is one of the best advertising sources. You know, I mean, you're actually seeing it up close and personal, not on a billboard as you drive by at 50 miles an hour.
Now, what got you in the start in the pedicab business?
I started in Orlando about 10 years ago, 10 and a half years ago. I just seen them on International Drive, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. You know, you're just out there walking around, and this guy comes pedaling by you, and ring, ring, rings his bell, and you know, it kind of just brings a smile to your face, thinking like, that is really cool. You know, you throw them $10, $20, whatever, take you on a tour, show you the sights, show you whatever you want, or
Sure.
give you a recommendation for a great restaurant, you know, a great place to eat, date night, movie night, whatever. Just bringing back that humble feeling of, you know, this is fun and, you know, enjoyable.
And how do you got to meet some interesting people and hear some interesting stories?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I enjoy meeting people, and I enjoy being outdoors, and I love Florida. And as we got started, we were very fortunate to have our first advertiser, and our sponsor is Investments Limited, right here in Boca.
Jim Batmese.
Yeah.
Jim and Marta are such a great advocates for the city.
So they when they learned about what we were doing, we had a meeting, and one thing led to another, and so to kick off what we're doing, they're our first customer, and we're looking really forward to helping them continue to brand their great name here in Boca.
That's great. So tell me a little bit about the other benefits of the city. You got to be bringing them jobs and other benefits.
I mean, we're running 6 bikes as we presently speak. 6 bikes, you know, if we have all full-time drivers, you're probably looking about 10 drivers. If you figure part-time drivers that can only work 1 or 2 days a week, you know, they need extra grocery money, need daycare money, something like that. I mean, you know, you can employ up to 15, 20 people between 6 bikes.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Working shifts.
Now, I assume that you're not calling a pedicab, you're just hailing them over and picking them up.
You can actually call our number, and we're also in the process of setting up an app.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
So how's the app going to work?
It's a driver app and a passenger app, and you download it for your phone, whether it's an Apple
So an
phone.
Uber for a pedicab?
Pedicab, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so you just, when you download it, it's free download, and you as a passenger would just sign in and then find the nearest location to the pedicab, and so we can see where you are and you can see where we are, and we just connect, and you hail us through the app.
That's going to be
and
great.
we come by and pick you up.
That's awesome.
It's like an eco-friendly Uber.
Yeah.
So what's Generation 2.0 for you?
It's going to be Boca Beach Buggies. which is we're bringing electric golf carts that could actually do longer distance. You know, we could take you 4 or 5 miles, no problem, and also up to larger groups. You know, our golf carts will be anywhere from 4-passenger up to 6-passenger golf carts.
Okay.
So it'll be a longer distance. It will still strictly be generous gratuity, so it won't be like a flat-out fee. It will just strictly be generous gratuity, and we will also have advertising available for those as well.
Now, is that model similar to this, where you're going to be looking for drivers that are
Yes.
out there and?
Yeah. Now with that, they'll have to have a valid driver's license, of course. You know, a clean background. You know, we will have to do drug checks because you are going to be driving a motor vehicle.
Sure.
You know, we do currently ask our drivers to get a background check. We like them to have a valid driver's license. But if there is a few things that we could do, if they have a driver's license from out of state, but they are willing to get a Florida driver's license, we can work with that
Okay.
for the meantime.
That's great. So what else would you like the citizens of Boca Raton to know about your program and about your current?
Well, I think that the pedicab, to me, is what intrigued me the most, is that it's so different than traditional transportation, such as an Uber or bus, where you're riding around with people you don't know, and they're foreign to you. Whereas with the pedicab, it's generally a couple, people that know each other, and it's really great for date nights because it's a way of people being together that's different because it's somewhat romantic in a way. It's kind of like a carriage ride. If you think about going to New York City and going to Central Park, as many couples have done and do, it's something that's a special part of their vacation. So I think that for me, it's about people who are also looking to extend their mobility. A lot of elderly people, as you all know, we become elderly and our mobility is limited.
I'm trying not to.
So if you park your car at, say, Meisner, and you want to go walking around or go to the shops in Meisner or Palm Plaza, and you have a disability and your mobility is cut short, we can take you and your wife and your spouse, your special one, and take you anywhere you want to go and extend that mobility to give people an option so they can get out and spend more time seeing and doing things that they would restrict.
Are you seeing as our town is becoming more vibrant, and as you saw, Louis Bossi just opened up, and Uzo Bay just opened up, and Meisner, and you're seeing it's becoming more vibrant
Yes,
around.
absolutely.
Are you seeing more people getting out and walking around and becoming more popular for you, and your pedicab business picking up?
Yes. I mean, parking, as you know, in Boca is definitely could be a struggle. And especially on the weekends when
Sure.
it's busy. And actually, once season hits again, of course, parking is
course.
definitely a nightmare. So we are definitely getting phone calls from people that live in the Boca Raton area and the surrounding area calling us saying, hey, can you pick me up at my residence and bring me to this restaurant? Can you pick me up after dinner and take me back home? So, I mean, we're actually getting people that would normally walk or normally call a taxi or Uber, wanting to explore and venture outside their comfort zone to check out something different. And actually,
That leads to a great question. What are the limits of kind of what you're willing to bike somebody in or a pedicab in now?
I would say about 2 to 3 miles.
Okay.
Maybe a little further if we need be. I mean, we've actually gone over to Beachside already. We've checked out Palmetto Park Bridge. That's not actually a bad pedal to go over the bridge.
Sure.
So, we've had picked people up from the Beachside and brought them back over to Meisner area and stuff.
Well, that's great. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. If there's anything else you'd like to share before we sign off, I'd love for you to give the opportunity to give yourselves a little plug.
Well, I think that the opportunity for the local business, especially restaurants, bars, and people who want to connect the social media with the personal interactive media. I think when you put the two together, it really enhances the whole package, because when you find a business or a restaurant or a retail shop online that's local, and then you can have somebody, when you're out in our pedicab, talk to you about their experience, and the others have that experience in shopping or dining there, that it really adds a lot of credibility that you can't get simply just from Facebook or social media.
Not only that with our advertising, but we also hand out your leaflets. So if you're a restaurant and you have a menu, we'll carry your menu on board our cabs.
Oh, that's great.
So, you can get on board the cab and say, hey, what is this restaurant you're advertising? Well, we could hand you a menu. You could look at the menu and know exactly what you want before you get to the restaurant. Or, hey, I'm going to try that place tomorrow night or something like that. I have reservations at this restaurant this evening. So you're actually getting more than just an advertising wrap. You're actually getting the personal experience and the personal guidance from the driver telling you their personal...
Moving concierge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
More or less.
Ambassador of downtown Delray.
That's great.
And we give you an online presence with our Facebook and other online medias that we do.
That's great. Well, gentlemen, thank you much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Good
much.
luck to both of you.
Thank you.
And we look forward to the golf carts coming as well.
We definitely look forward to having them out in the street.
We look forward to it. Thank you for joining us on the Boca Voice. Please make sure you check out and ride one of the Pedicaps. I'm quite confident they're going to be a wonderful addition to downtown. So thank you much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week on Fact or Fiction Friday.